space in your life where things aren't going well and you may be down, or you may be trying to pretend like you're up, or you don't necessarily know how down you are. But I understand that I bring up the topics and the subjects and conversations that most people do not wish to talk about. Most people would like to just suppress the type of conversations that I have on my page and like just, act like it does not exist, because that is how they were raised. A lot of the stuff that I speak on my page, I understand that a lot of y'all, it hurts your feelings. It's not just my delivery. It hurts your feelings to know that all this time you thought your mother or your father had it figured out, and they did not. They raised you in a way that has you conditioned to believe that your habits and the things that you have your mind set on are not going to put you in a position of forward progress. A lot of y'all and I'm speaking like this without cursing, because a lot of y'all inboxed me earlier and, it really touched you in a, good way. Y'all was letting me know, the video earlier really touched you in a good way when I really started speaking on how our children get of age like we do. Some point in their life, they get to a certain age where they realize, you didn't teach me anything of value. You only bought me stuff. You only purchased me material stuff and spent time with me, but the time wasn't even valuable because you didn't leave me with any nuggets to make it out here. So we watch our children repeat the same generational curses that we've repeated for decades. And a lot of y'all, is sad because instead of confronting that, you deflect. You come on my page and you don't understand the responsibility of the content that you're listening to. You don't understand the weight of what this carries. So you will come on my page and you will make comments about things that have to do with me and my life and my lifestyle and what you think I have going on, to try to deflect the attention off of the work needing to be done in your life, right? And I know this is surprising some of you guys, because you like to come on here and think that oh, she's just so ghetto and all she does is curse, but I like her messages because she keeps it so real. I just look like this. I want y'all to know that. I went to school for psychology. I don't just get on here and talk. I really do this. I really understand what's going on. Everybody understand that? So any of your church folk, any of you people that had a, problem with the way I normally deliver stuff, I'm pretty sure that message was light enough to weigh on your heart and you to understand where I'm coming from. It comes from a loving space, like I be telling y'all. When I be telling y'all to breathe, I know a lot of y'all be laughing. It don't just be for comedy. Breathing is a mechanism and a tool to use to be able to cope with stress. But a lot of y'all was not taught stress management because, again, like I said, your mother felt like she had everything figured out. You know how the urban community goes. Mama is always right. You better do what she told you to do. Nobody's going to really confront the things that she's putting on your plate or in your world that you don't actually need to have or need to be conditioned to believe. But that's another lie for another day. So I just want to say that so that you guys can understand that there are layers to me. There are, we on a Love Dorsey Live. This is an app. I'm on here delivering this shit a certain type of way for a reason. Okay? All right, cool. With that being said, all you church folks, get the fuck off. It's past your bedtime anyway. Only sinners be out after 9 o'clock, and I be out all the time after 9 o'clock. This is a sinner's page. This is a sinner's live. I'm going to say what the fuck I want to say. I'm not going to talk how I was just talking. Okay? You finna be a bitch and a nigga on here, Deacon John, Usher Renee, Sister whoever, all of y'all that's a part of the choir, I give no fucks. I told you, all the stuff I be talking about on my videos, I've already done the work on myself. It doesn't mean that I'm any better than any of you guys, but I've always put in the work first on some shit before I get on the internet and speak to someone else about it. So I don't have that whole judgmental, holier than thou, half the shit I be speaking on. I have used or seen firsthand in my life with myself or my family members or close friends. Y'all understand that? Everybody clear on this? For those of y'all females that you can't stand the idea that there is a beautiful, popping, young, urban female that looks similar to you or your own girls or the people you look up to in the music industry or entertainment or on TV, and I don't be like, fuck these niggas all the time. I don't know what to tell your fuck ass. That's not how I feel. I like niggas. I told y'all, they got dick and vibes and, they'll buy you stuff and give you money and it be a whole, shit. Sex in the morning time. I don't know what to tell you. I don't feel how y'all feel. I don't look at niggas how y'all look at niggas. I don't feel like all niggas are the same. Y'all understand that? Y'all clear on that? So y'all get on my page and you be bothered and you write me and try to tell me what I should say and how I should. I'm not going to do that. I'm not. I'm just not. So girl, it's been about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. I haven't changed yet. It's not looking good anytime soon. It'll go in your favor. Same way that shit going on with that nigga ain't. So, I don't know what to tell you. I done told y'all to block me many a times. You won't do it. I seen somebody earlier under there was a somebody that submitted their video for the morning time challenge, and she was so sexy. Like, she was a stud, and like, you know, she was doing her thing on the video. So I commented, you know, babe, you sexy. It's one nigga jump on there. Oh, that's what you is. You gay. You on here telling you need to shut the fuck up for real. Stop. If you listen, I told y'all my page is LGBTQ community friendly. Like, we don't get on here with that fuck shit. Somebody's sexual preference, their gender, what they got, that ain't our fucking business. We not on here to try. And this right here is the whole basis behind the message I'm finna give y'all. But, you know, to get back to the disclaimers, we don't give a fuck about the next bitch business. Like, when you come on a Love Dorsey Live, you coming to get some game or just be entertained, laugh a little bit, vibe, listen to some music, get the fuck off. Other than that, if you on here for any other reasons than that, I don't know what to tell you, because your feelings gonna be hurt. I don't know how you want me to put it, explain it. And then I'm the type of female, I don't give no fucks about a lot of, like, in my real life, I have one friend that like is of value to me. I don't give a fuck about none of that other shit. So when y'all be feeling like, let me tell her about this, or let me tell her how I feel about that hair color, or let me give her my opinion on that particular song, or you're wasting your motherfucking time. Like, I got blood. I don't give a fuck about what they said. I'm talking about, like, we came out the same pussy hole, and I give no fucks. Like, I'm so in my own skin and figured me the fuck out. I don't try to figure out other people. I don't try to understand why a bitch doing or saying what they doing, or moving how they moving, or why they like the color red, or why they put that shit in their head, or, you know, I don't know. I don't give no fucks about that. Y'all understand that? It was somebody earlier, they was typing long ass paragraphs under the video this morning. Like, I know it got under some of y'all's skin to hear like the butt naked authentic truth. I don't know no other way. And I told you there's a responsibility that comes along with sitting on my lives, because the stuff I'm going to talk about is the stuff your grandma would cry if you brought it up to her. And this is on God. I'm not even being funny. Go bring some of this stuff up to your grandmother about the things and the gaps and the holes that they left in our upbringing, and a bitch will start crying on your ass because they know it's wrong, but they don't want to admit that it was wrong. They don't want to admit that it was them and that they were able to make a choice different. They just didn't. Like, they went off of the, I'm doing the best I could. Like, this is why a lot of y'all, it bothers you. It steps on, you know, your fucking toe. But this is the stuff that we need to be told. We need to be told this shit. Y'all understand? Like, there is a real responsibility that comes along with sitting on this page. Y'all jump y'all funky dog faces ass on here every time you see the thing live. And I'm cool with that. That's why I go live, for me to get this game in y'all. But when you on here, like, understand, like, I'm not going to be talking about nothing light. Like, we're not going to be on here talking about cartoons and motherfucking rainbows and shit. Like, that's not what we talking about. Y'all understand that? Like, I am very aware that the things I say cut deep. This is why I give the disclaimers. You have a chance right now to get off before you cry, before you feel some type of way, before you deflect, before you try to say something about me that I don't care about. Y'all understand that? Y'all clear on this shit? To those of y'all that be feeling like, oh, she be calling black people niggas and big, we got way more problems in the African-American community, in the urban community, than sitting on the app worrying about rather I'm saying nigga a bitch too much. I'm just being real with you. At the rate niggas is locked up, getting locked up and killing one another, and hoes is pushing out babies with no stability and knowing a nigga ain't, like, we got way more problems than for your top priority tonight to be the fact that I'm going to say nigga and bitch probably 365 times before I get off this bitch. It's just me keeping it real. Y'all understand what I'm explaining? To the Corys and the Kevins and the Keiths and whoever the fuck you is that want to get on here and you want to type stuff that don't got nothing to do with what the fuck I'm talking about, is based on your, like, ragged ass opinion. Like, just get off. Go on your page with your 3 followers and your private account that nobody's requesting to get in. So why the fuck are you private? Like, go on your page and type up whatever philosophies or things that you want to say to people, and then just see where it go. See how far it go. Because I don't want to hear the shit. I don't. Just like the people that don't follow you, we don't want to hear it. Some of y'all, like, you want to get on my page and get in front of, and then y'all, like, somebody commented some long paragraph. Bitch, I deleted that shit. I don't got time to read past like 3-4 lines unless you're saying something positive. I deleted the shit and blocked the page. Them bitches made another page, came back and asked me, why am I deleting the comments? Like, they thought I was real and I don't want to hear. Bitch, I don't want to hear nothing from you. Call me fake, call me whatever you want to call me. I'm going to delete your comment and block you again. You're going to be making fake pages all day long, bitch. I don't care nothing about that. Like, y'all got to understand, there are people that are unbothered, and then there's me. You feel me? There are people that don't like fuck with people, then there's me. That brings me to my message. Like, when I say then there's me, I reached a point in my life where I focused on me so much. I have an understanding for who I am. Even in my flaws, like, I embrace it and I understand who I am. I still go through some of the same shit y'all go through. But the way that I handle myself and my mindset allows me to always maneuver through that shit in a space of peace. So on this live, what I want to tell y'all, your peace, your mental peace, your energy, your vibrations within you. I'm not talking about worldly stuff. I'm not talking about how you look. I'm not talking about the clothes you put on. I'm talking about your motherfucking spirit within you. Your aura, your energy, your inner, that shit. Like, if you don't know what I'm talking about, just go, and you can feel like a vibration down your throat into your chest, like your core. Like, there is an importance to having peace there at all times. Now, some of y'all may not know what I'm talking about, but I'm still going to tell you how to create that space of peace. When you worry about only the things that serve you, meaning you have no care for proving points to no motherfucking body. When you in a space in your life where you understand that itself is not whole, you cannot be nothing to nobody else, not even your kids. Y'all be in autopilot. You go to work, come home, do the same routine with the jits. You're not bringing them no new knowledge that's different than what your parents gave you or what the neighbors giving their kids. So your children are going to go up and go through the same struggles that you're going through. That is awful parenting, to sit around and not seek greater knowledge because you can see there's going to be a cliff ahead of your kids with stress management and emotions and dealing with this country and the way it's set up and how, like, you got to work all your life to damn near have fucking nothing. And if you want to get ahead, you probably got to get over on some people and get selfish about your goals and the shit that you got going. Like, you're doing your children an injustice, but in your mind, you're coasting. And as long as you doing the same shit your neighbors doing, or the same people y'all see on Facebook or Instagram, as long as the birthday party is lit like her baby birthday party was lit, as long as your kids got the Jordans like her kids got the Jordans, you think you're like doing a great job. And then when I get on here and say what's real, it's practical. I told y'all what makes you real is how practical you are, right? I get on here and say what's practical, and then y'all get offended. Like, y'all get upset, like that somebody is telling you that, like, you don't have it figured out and the way it was taught to you is wrong. So you probably need to go fish for some more knowledge. Y'all understand what I'm explaining? Like, all of this has to do with, like, when you realize how much work there is to be done on yourself and your household and your bank account and your credit score and your body and your mental and your mindset and, like, all of that shit, you will really realize I don't have time to be worried about another motherfucker. And when you stop worrying about another motherfucker, your peace becomes your peace, meaning you own that shit. Meaning, like, anything that throws you off balance, you know how you always be saying, like, oh, I need to do a one-on-one because I'm just so... Girl, you don't have a grip on your peace, your energy. You got to protect that shit the way y'all be protecting these niggas, dicks, from going up in another pussy. Like, that's how you supposed to protect your energy. The way you niggas be walking around toting them guns, protecting y'allself from nobody because nobody's after you because you don't really got no money. That's how you should be protecting your energy, just like that. The way you tote that fire and possibly get a life sentence for nothing because, of course, you know you're a felon with a firearm and there's nobody trying to take nothing from you. The risk of you, the odds of you getting robbed, it's probably like none. The type of risk you take for that, you ought to do that with your energy, like your peace, like your... Y'all understand what I'm explaining? Now, I said that to say this. When I was saying, like, there's people that are unbothered and then there's me, again, for some of y'all that's going to deflect, I'm not saying this like I'm better than nobody, but I've done the work on myself already. That is how I am in a space that I am in. Somebody said to me, like, yesterday, like, it don't seem like I really get, mad or bothered by anything. And I'm like, I hate to admit it, but I don't. Even if I, like, go along with the situation, like, sometimes with my kids, I'll, like, project out that, hey, I'm upset about something to get them to do what I need them to do to get the house function how we want. But deep, I don't be giving no fucks. Like, it's a lot of shit that I give no fucks about. And it's because I know the fucks that I have, they have to be saved for the important shit. Like, I have to have room and space for me. I have to be able to lay down and relax. I have to be able to like sit down on the toilet and shit, and that shit just come out. I ain't got time for no constipation, no motherfucking like none of that. Do y'all understand what I'm explaining? That requires you to care about what you eat, what you put in your body. Like when I say what you eat, what you listen to, what you speak, what you view, all that shit is a part of what, you know. Stress can make you constipated. Stress can make your stomach upset. Like y'all laughing, you think I'm just being funny, but like I'm being dead ass for real. Some of y'all, your health problems stem from your attitude and the people that are around you and the amount of time you spend worrying about someone else's business or comparing yourself to them instead of figuring out what it really is that you want out of life. Y'all got to learn to start protecting y'all energy, man, at all costs. Some of y'all, you spend too long in relationships that end up conditioning and changing you into a different person. Then you ain't even who you want to be. You stuck around too long. And see, excuse me, a lot of y'all, you don't understand, like, you was raised to believe that strong is how long you tolerate something. Like, this is what y'all granny taught y'all. And this is when the shit starts hurting y'all feelings, because I bring up how they taught y'all, like, your endurance through, like, the struggle that you have a choice to get out of by actually just being responsible about your decisions is something that, like, you gotta go through. Like, you gotta sit back and rock back and forth and hope that, like, something just happens in your life. Like, you just gotta, how the old folks say, just pray about it. Just pray. And they leave out the part about prayer without work, faith without work is dead. They leave that out. It's dead. Like, it's dead. Like, go get your light bill and sit there and just pray and pray. If you don't go out and project some sort of work into the world, you're going to be in the dark with that light bill praying. Y'all understand what I'm explaining? Like, there comes a point in your life where you have to realize, I have to manage my energy for the sake of my health, my wealth, my lifestyle, my children's lifestyle, my generational wealth, my understanding for what's going on, and my ability to be able to manage social relationships. Y'all understand what I'm explaining? Like, from the one-on-one I did earlier, the lady kept saying every time she tried to work on self, she started to feel bad. So she said it so many times. I'm like, okay, well, what are you feeling bad for? Like, if you're fixing something within you, what do you? And she, you know, the conversation went in the direction of just what I'm talking about. We be raised to believe that if we take time for ourselves, or if we get in a season where we're fixing us or repairing us, that somehow bitch gonna try to make it seem like we a bad mama or a bad, just because they had the kids swinging on their hip all their life and never did no work. Just because they never let their children go with their father, and in their time, back in their generation, that's just what they didn't do. Because they actually understood that, like, you can get more by kicking the daddy out of the household and just, you know, letting the government be your daddy and, like, let them hang your food stamps and welfare, and as long as you keep making under a certain amount, you can keep getting that and saying that shit don't do nothing but hinder you from wanting to actually be successful and standing your own, like, your own full potential. Y'all understand what I'm explaining? Like, I'm telling y'all some G-ass shit. But this lady was like, real deal, saying when she go off and start really, like, trying to blossom the shit that she want to grow for herself, like, she starts to feel bad. That, my friend, is a clear sign that you were brought up wrong. I don't care who your mama is. Tag on me. I tell her I don't give no fucks about her. Age and all. See, y'all was raised to believe you got to respect everybody just because of their age. But if a bitch set me up to fail, fuck you. I don't give a fuck if you're 50, 72, 88, on your deathbed. I wouldn't give no fucks. You're setting us up to fail. Another thing me and this lady talked about, I expressed to her, because she explained, like, she in a place where she realized, you know, because we started talking about the generational stuff, she be just yelling at her kids and shit for all kind of shit. Stuff that you don't even got to do that shit for. And I told her it's important that you express to them that you don't have this figured out. Like, do not let them kids think that you are just in a space where this is normal parenting. Like, y'all don't like to talk about y'all flaws with y'all children. Y'all don't like to speak on the things that y'all need to work on in y'all household. You ain't got to tell the internet. You ain't got to tell me. Child, you can get on here and act like you all right. I wouldn't give no fucks. But when you go home with them kids, it ought to be in you to be real with them about what the fuck you're going through and why you're handling them the way that you're, because y'all bringing them up in a way where they're going to crash the fuck out. They're going to crash out. That's some irresponsibility for your ass. And then y'all swear because y'all put them in nice clothes and shoes and shit, that shit really means something. And the kids grow up and they don't know how to do just what I'm talking about on this live. Protect their energy and their peace. So next thing you know, you can see your daughter in you because she going through the same shit you went through with no tools. I ain't saying they ain't gonna go through it. I ain't saying they ain't gonna make poor choices. But you ain't giving them no tools. You ever had a bitch try to get you to put something together? You ever bought something from IKEA? Y'all know what IKEA is? That's where everything in that bitch come in a whole bunch of goddamn pieces in some boxes. You get some shit from there and the bitch give you no tools to put that shit. You ain't got no instructions, no wrench, no Allen wrench, no none of that shit. They want you to put, bitch, you gonna wreck out. It's not gonna go well. You're gonna spend a lot of time spinning your wheels, touching stuff together, in and out of shit, and it ain't gonna go nowhere. And the motherfucker that gave you the box with no instructions and no tools is the one to blame. Message, mama, daddy, grandma, auntie, big mama, nana, pop, whatever the fuck y'all be calling them. There comes a certain point where as an adult, you got to realize, damn, I left out a lot of shit. Because the shit going on in the world, I know I did not prepare their ass for this. Hey, come in here, let me talk to y'all for a second. So that their minds can now be open to like, be more like go get some new knowledge. Because all I taught you wasn't enough. I let my kids know I don't even know enough. I played a lot of the years with y'all when you were younger. I tell them straight up, I played. So I'm playing catch up right now on money, on goals, on time, on sorting shit out, on like managing shit. Like I tell them, if nobody don't know what I am, my kids know what I am. They got to know because they got to know shit get real out here past me. Past the comfort of your mama household, the world will tell you the fuck is tearing your mama up, boy. But she hiding it well. She hiding it well. Like I said in the beginning of my video, being on my page, there's a certain responsibility. The type of content that I'm giving, like, is the conversations that people do not want to have. Conversations about why they set up curriculum in colleges to teach people how to work on a job but not manage money, not stress manage, not understand like debt and how to pay back all them student loans they giving your ass to get the knowledge to go beat it in the like ass back. These are the conversations that people don't want to. So these are the conversations that you got to go home and have with your kids to understand, like everyone saying go to college. It sounds wonderful. Great. But if you don't have the money, if you are from poverty, which a lot of y'all, you're in poverty. We don't got, unless you land a scholarship, you're going to be borrowing from Sally Mae. You need to tell them at middle school age who the fuck Sally Mae is. Because when you get fucking teenage age or college age, that hoe will call you all day long by her money. All day long. You need to tell them this. When you graduate, and everybody celebrate at the graduation of college that you got your, associates or your bachelors or your whatever you got. Just know that whole Sally Mae. Okay, bitch, change your number. She's going to find you. Try to be sending a voice. They will find you. Block her number. She'll change it to a new. Y'all don't tell this stuff. Nope. I want to see you go to college, baby. Great. That's awesome. You want your son to get a higher education. But bitch, if you don't explain to him what really go on when you get in them schools and you don't fucking got no money to pay for shit, and we can get you a loan, they give it to you easy till you fill that shit out, show them what classes and shit. As long as you got a full scale, you getting that money and spending the fuck up. Next thing you know, you owe $52,000 to Sally Mae, and bitch, you just starting an entry-level position. You got a degree and you confused about why the fuck they won't pay you what the shit online said that people in your career path make. But nobody told you that when you look up like a phlebotomist and shit and the average pay is this, that 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to make a lot less than that when you entry level in until you get some experience. And a lot of jobs don't want to hire you because you don't have this. They didn't tell you that shit. They just told you, I want to see you go to college, baby. I want you to be the first one in our family to go sit in the dorm rooms and go in the auditoriums and learn. We want you to get, and then you'll be fucked up. Fucked up afterwards, because they don't teach nothing about the shit that's really going on. The real shit. The stuff I be talking about on my live. The shit that some of y'all be so bothered about me saying. It's a trap, bitch. You know how y'all be having so much to say about the street niggas, and this is why the fuck they just go. The other way be a trap too. The way a bitch sees some of y'all work all y'all life to like buy a house that you never actually own because you actually have to pay taxes on that bitch even after you pay it off. and you can still get it took from you even after you pay. Like, y'all don't explain this shit. You send them out here in the world, you know, y'all black folks, you're 18, you're going to get out my house, you're grown and smelling yourself, you're going to get out of here, and what you taught them, how to dress, wash dishes, because you don't feel like washing them, because you be tired from working, because you never actually create no multiple streams of income for your damn self, so the kids got to cut your slack. You've been taking some of their little grocery store, getting the carts checked since they started working, because your ass can't keep a man to have a 2-parent household, because your attitude ain't submissive. You don't know what the fuck you're doing, won't admit you don't know, or you push a bitch out here 18 with no real tools. You give them a whole fucking puzzle to put together with no picture on what it's supposed to look like, and then you wonder why all this fuck shit going on. Y'all sit back and be talking about, oh, this younger generation, they crazy. No, them people don't want to be trapped like y'all be trapped in them fucking 30-year mortgages and dead-end jobs you hate, and you come on with an attitude, being mean to everybody and shit, because you got to stay on the job, because you need that 401k, because you don't know no other way to get no fucking, you need the social security check and shit. Then you work all your life to get a little bit of retirement money. They give you what, $770 a month, $800 a month. What they give my grandma? About $800 a month. You get sick, go in the home, the nursing home, take all that. You barely got anything left. You be trying to make your bills month to month on a fixed income, because of course you didn't create no multiple streams of income in your younger year, and it don't be enough. But you look back and you look at all the 30 years of working trying to pay off your house. They was taking that money out, taxing your ass all that time, and all you get every month when you get old, about $700-800, you might get lucky, get $1,200 or some shit like that. But if you look at the cost of living in your area, bitch, that shit don't add up. All that's enough for is to pay the fucking mortgage payment or the rent. Now how you gonna eat? They'll take them teeth out and suck some dick at 70. They ain't gonna tell you that. I don't know what to tell you. Definitely slaves. This is the shit you need to, like, let a bitch know what they signing up for. Y'all don't want to talk about this. Y'all don't want to talk about this. This is stuff that you don't want to talk about. You want to get on here. What y'all want me to talk about? What y'all want me to, there is a certain responsibility that comes along with following my page. I understand the stuff that I be saying, and I purposely deliver it in a way to catch your attention. I make up analogies and I process things differently on purpose. I'm not trying to be your therapist that tells you to go take a Xanax because you stressed out, or let me prescribe you some fucking, I don't know, tramadol or some shit to help you with the fake back pain you got, but your back only hurt, bitch, because you stressed the fuck out and you don't know how to maintain your, The live didn't freeze. I'm just letting it sink in because it is a lot. Some of y'all, you're 40, bitch, and it's the first time you ever heard this shit the way that I'm saying it.